So last year, I planted my first tomato plant that I'd ever planted. So there's two types of tomato plants. There's determinate and non-determinate or indeterminate. And I got a big boy, and it was an indeterminate, meaning it just grows forever. A determinate will grow to a certain size and then stop. So last year's took over the entire patio. I mean, just one plant in one little plot right here, a little tiny area, just around the edge of the house, and it just grew up and grew over the air conditioner, and I had it growing everywhere and had really good tomatoes and lots of them. So this year I was gonna do a determinate so I could keep it in check and not let it take over my whole patio. Well, the tomato disagreed. So last year, when the season was over, I just tore down the tomato and I kind of put the stalks of it, I just threw them and let them mulch into the soil. And there were some leftover tomatoes in there as well. And I just left them in there. And what happened was this entire area seeded out. Now it's spring. So we're in the first week of May. And I've got an entire bed full of tomatoes. And I just pulled out tons of them. So I left the bigger ones. And I'm gonna see which one kind of wins. And I'm gonna keep two of them, and I'm gonna let them grow this year. I'm gonna do them a little better this year. I'm gonna keep them pruned, and I'm gonna let them grow up on these lights and kind of just grow up and over, and maybe not make such a mess where they're just growing over the entire patio this year. So survival of the fittest, and let the tomato live. The tomato wants life, and it's free tomatoes. So I'm gonna mulch this in and get going for the spring and hopefully have tomatoes soon. They're already about a foot tall, so may the best tomato win. Here's to 2024, another year of good tomatoes. Volunteer tomatoes. I kept 5. Hundreds sprouted, I kept 5, and I'm gonna let them grow up. We'll see what they look like at the end of the year. Late June, early July. Got our first kind of red, they're turning. And I'm suckering them this year. So I've got 5, is it 5? Yeah, I've got 5 plants. And I'm suckering them, and I'm growing them up these ropes. So I'm letting them grow tall. So I just wrap them around as they grow every couple of weeks. And I'm doing that on all of them. And then I'm suckering off anything that's growing other than the main vine, and I just throw it on the ground and make it mulch. And that rots into the ground. I've literally done nothing, but it is hot in Tennessee, very hot. But I've literally done nothing to this. I didn't plant them, I didn't mulch. All I've done is hang some ropes and made sure that they were wrapping around the ropes, and I've suckered and thrown it on the ground, and I've watered a few times. That's about as easy as it gets. BLTs inbound. All right, they're pruned again. Every one of them's taller than me now. And I just picked the tomatoes. There's a couple more that are almost ready. Now I got my leader vines that'll keep going. Big boys. Not bad. Some of them are better than others. They'll ripen up. I've been very inconsistent on my watering, and it has been extremely hot. I've just been too busy. So I'll still have some BLTs regardless. I'll start with these, work my way down. Free BLTs. They're delicious.